Feeling, what if the line between ambition, love, and self-destruction was so thin you could barely see it until it all unraveled, washed out by the rain? Today, Feeling, we're recapping and breaking down A Spoiling Rain, a quietly devastating film about faded dreams, lost love, and the dark side of obsession. Feeling, all set during the slow collapse of Japan's pink film industry. Trust me, by the end, you'll be asking, Z, did anyone actually survive the storm? Feeling, or did the rot swallow them whole? Let's dive in. A Spoiling Rain opens long after the damage has been done. Feeling. There's no glitzy prologue or rose-tinted flashback, just the grim aftermath. Months after the bodies of a director and an actress are discovered, presumed to be a lover's double suicide, the world has moved on. But for Kutani Shuichi, a once promising film director turned property manager, Feeling, and Iseki Takahisa, a failed screenwriter squatting in a dilapidated apartment, the world has come to a standstill. Feeling, the story jumps right in as Kutani is sent on a mission, kick out the last remaining tenant so the landlord can redevelop the building. Feeling, there's a poetic symmetry to this, two men clinging to old dreams while the literal ground beneath them is about to vanish. When Kutani finally meets Iseki, Feeling, it's nothing like a dramatic showdown. Both men are tired, almost too exhausted for anger. The tension is thick, but it's not the violent kind. Feeling, over drinks, memories start spilling out. Nothing is simple, especially when the two realize their deepest wounds are bound up in the same woman. Feeling, Kiryoka Shoko, the bright but troubled actress whose ambition both inspired them and drove them apart. Feeling, their joint unraveling plays out through a series of flashbacks, moving between color and monochrome, the color reserved for the past, feeling when hope and possibility still existed, and the grayscale painting the bleakness of their current lives. Flashbacks reveal a Tokyo caught between eras, feeling its pink film industry dying in the face of digitalization and changing tastes. Pink movies were once hot, but now, as the characters sarcastically note, feeling the last of them are screened for dwindling crowds at all. Kuwayama, a mutual friend and producer, keeps appearing in their stories, always optimistic, always trying to keep the creative spark alive with empty promises and dodgy budgets. Ambition is everywhere, but opportunity is not. Shoko, feeling at the center of their memories, is presented as more than just a love interest. She's a symbol, sometimes hopeful, sometimes tragic, always elusive, feeling. Through Shoko, we see just how high the stakes were for both men. For Iseki, she was the muse who believed in his writing, feeling even as he lost his edge and drifted through temporary jobs, writing pornography scripts just to get by. For Kutani, she was both collaborator and lover, feeling the one person who made his visions feel real. There's a bitter honesty in how these flashbacks land. Neither man can say they ever truly had her, feeling, even when they were at their happiest together. The tragedy that looms over everything, the double suicide, unfolds gradually, feeling, through drunken small talk, self-deprecating humor, and the mundane details of everyday survival. The deeper wounds are revealed. Feeling, the script never shies away from the gritty details, failed auditions, humiliating jobs, and the suffocating sense of being left behind as the world changes. Feeling, every character's failures are both personal and professional, tangled up in the slow death of their dreams. Feeling, the middle of the film is dense with personal confessions and raw emotion. Characters talk openly about sex, creativity, shame. Feel that comes with living on the fringe. Quips about living like children, about wanting to be an animal. Feeling, about the rot at the heart of Tokyo. All these are ways of processing pain and disappointment. Feeling, there's a particularly memorable exchange about what it means to be turned into an animal by someone else, to lose yourself completely, sex or in art. For these people, the thrill of creation and the agony of loss are wrapped up together, almost indistinguishable. Feeling, the film's subplot with the decaying apartment becomes a metaphor for the main story. Iseki, tasked with leaving, refuses at first, feeling, claiming a right to his space, just as he clings to his lost ambitions. Kutani, meanwhile, is just as stuck, feeling, the world outside has new demands, Digital budgets, gentrification, an industry that no longer cares about authors like them. Feeling. They're not just being evicted from an apartment, but from their own relevance. Among the most heartbreaking scenes are those with Shoko herself. Feeling, through Flax, we watch her struggle or efforts to become a real actress, her failed relationships, feeling her candid moments of doubt about ever starting a family or having a stable life. She's often caught between wanting love and fearing it, feeling desperate not to become evidence to someone else's failure. She wants to be remembered for who she was, not as a footnote to two men's regret. Feeling, when she finally succumbs to despair, it's not for lack of trying. Feeling, she's simply overwhelmed by the magnitude of her pain and the indifference of the world around her. As the story returns to the present, feeling, the two men's rivalry softens into something like companionship. Feeling, the confrontation fizzles out, not because they reach reconciliation, but because they are both too broken, too haunted by regret to keep fighting. Feeling. And then comes the film's devastating twist in their conversation. One reveals that Shoko is gone, dead for 6 months. Feeling, a victim of her own darkness and the collapse of the world she loved. The suicide wasn't just a dramatic gesture, it was the endpoint of a slow, feeling, suffocating process of disillusionment. Both men are left holding pieces of a shattered dream. The ending of A Spoiling Rain is masterfully ambiguous. Feeling, there's no big catharsis, no revelation that puts everything right. Instead, we get the sensation of rain, relentless, heavy, left. The men part ways, each left to carry his own wounds. We see flashbacks of their happier days, feeling, now colored by grief and guilt. Did they cause Shoko's end? Did they betray her? Or was the world always stacked against all of them? Feeling, neither can say for sure. In the film's final sequences, the music swells, a last song for you. Feeling, characters are seen dividing their remaining belongings, DVDs, books, memories. There's a final, painful goodbye, one last performance. For a split second, Shoko appears as if alive again, haunting the film set. Is it a ghost, a memory, or wishful thinking? The rain pours down, relentless, as the screen fades out. So what does it all mean? On the surface, feeling, A Spoiling Rain is a story about the decline of an industry and the people crushed in its wake. But at its core, it's about nostalgia, regret, feeling, and the rot that grows when dreams die, but people keep holding on. Every character is both a victim and a participant in their own downfall. Feeling, the real tragedy isn't so much Shoko's suicide, but the way everyone continues to live half alive and haunted, waiting for a miracle that will never come. No one is redeemed. The rain spoils everything, but maybe, just maybe, it also washes a little bit of the pain away. Feeling, if you found this recap thought provoking, I'd love to hear what you think. Do you believe the film's characters were just victims of circumstance? Feeling, or did their choices seal their fate? Drop your thoughts and favorite moments in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, feeling, and subscribe for more deep dives into cinema's most haunting stories. Until next time, stay dry out there.